And maybe some of you saw today, One Wheel dropped a video about climbing hills. Let's give you some strategy on climbing hills. This is the footage. You need to go watch it. They went to San Francisco, and they went to all different famous hills in San Francisco. Check this out right here. This is them riding Ripley Street, I believe it is. You can go to their YouTube channel, and they're just going to try to mob it. Jack tries first. He makes it to the gray car. Not so well. He tries again, but they make fun of him for not changing the strategy. So he just tries to ride up it. But they show how well the GT climbs in gradient. So they do all the way up to 41% gradient trying to get it. Look, Jack doesn't make it any further. So then he talks about, like, this is the short One Wheel video, which is very funny. They go to their normal outro, and then it's Laser steps in. Laser is a cyclist, all-around good human. He's going to mob this thing in, spoiler, he makes it. Like, hands down, no problem. Not much of a different, I don't think, built than Jack. So here's my question. Is there a strategy in climbing hills, Lily? That's what I'm going here. Do you think, as we can come back to the studio, is there a strategy in climbing hills, or do you think it's body types?
No, I think there's a strategy. Are you asking me because I can always get up hills? I can always get up them, yes.
For the most part, you can. But I have footage of where there are a few hills you didn't get up, and I did.
Yeah, but we're about the same weight, you and I.
Okay.
I think.
So you think it's weight?
I don't think it's, no. Well, Joey is a lot bigger than both of us, but I think, like Floaty said, just both feet on the front and hang loose. Wait, cut 10? What was it? I never heard that before. It was kind of fun.
That's a bit of that's a bit
Surfers.
of a surf term. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you need to push that front edge.
But if you push too hard, you nosedive into it.
So that's the strategy.
So if you're looking to ride your one wheel on bigger hills, you can't just mob it. You can't just smash the nose down and think, I just need more power. There is some finessing.
It's pushing that front nose down just enough.
Just enough, but then backing off a little bit and coming back at it. It's like, it's a little bit, if here's your one wheel, right? You're going, and this is the hill. It's riding so it's going to look like this going up a hill. I don't know. Here's the hill. You want your nose just barely going up, and you back off, hit it again, back off, and then zigzag. You can't just always go straight up it. And so if you're looking to hit some hills, especially in trail systems, you've got to learn the technique of riding hills. It's not just all out, go up the hill, send it. It is a little bit of ease up, push back in it, ease up, push back in it. It's technique. And
so there is a strategy.
Yeah.
I agree.
Somebody says, wait. Lily goes, Scott's probably about 10 pounds heavier than me, you said?
I think the last time we talked about it, yeah.
All muscle. That's what it is.
You're 10 pounds of more muscle than me. I have work to do.
Somebody else said, move your feet closer to the tire can help as well, moving your weight.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's a good thought as well.
I was going to ask, if you have speed going into the hill, does that help at all?
I think that it does not.
Okay.
I take that back. I think rolling into a hill works, but if you think you're going like full out and you hit the hill, that's going to be fine. No, you have no more power. So there's this sweet spot. You want to be going and then take your momentum up it.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, if you have momentum already, that's a better way. Maybe not speed, but momentum, as opposed to starting from nothing, like starting and getting up on your board.
Yeah. I two things I'm reading in the chat here. One, Giga PC says Lily is solid muscle.
It's
get that PC.
Get that.
Oh, well, I'm reading from an iPad way down there. Goodness me. But then then Sean Paul says weight definitely has a lot to do with it. I was riding with a gal that was half my weight. I was on a GT and she was on an XR. She was mobbing those hills where I was threading. Oh, threading.
And slaloming.
Slaloming. That's pretty much, it's fine. That's pretty much the story when we are on hills. Joey and Scott are like, I'm trying to make it. And now if you were on the GT, I think it'd be different. But me on the Pint, woo.
The GT definitely does kill a lot more hills than it does not, and it does it better than the XR. There's tons of tests out there under. The GT does have more power on hills but I do think it's a lot of technique. I would not subscribe to it's solely down to weight of the rider, which I do think that helps. Those are factors. But I think it's technique when going up a hill. So if you're frustrated with not getting up a hill, change the way you're doing it. In the One Wheel video, they make fun of Jack for going the exact same way that he had rode the previous and failed. It's our definition, what we say around here, definition of
an idiot.
An idiot is doing.
I read your mind.
Doing the same thing over and over
again.
Expecting different results.
Expecting different.
Change it up. Change it up. Like, here's the deal: if you're still single and you don't want to be, stop dating the way you've been dating. Change it up.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
I thought you were gonna say like just date someone else. Keep dating.
No,
that's terrible.
Change the strategy up. Like just like if all you've done is a dating app, then be friends with date a friend.
Delete them.
Delete the app.
Yeah, but what if all you've ever dated is friends? Should you try the dating
app? It is for you then, because you haven't tried that yet.
It's logical.
Thank you. I do want to say a big thanks to everybody that watches every week on our YouTube channel, our podcast, or you listen to it. Without you, what would be the point? It would be just us hanging out in here doing nothing. Subscribe to the channel as we try to pump out as much one-wheel content.